Isala, Cup Namde. Well, that's not what I am saying. It's the RCB fans saying that they do that every single year. But unlike the last three seasons, RCB has managed to win their first game defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad, defending a tricky score on a Dubai track. But let me take you straight to the turning point of the game. It's how the two teams played the premier leg spinners in modern day cricket. On one side Chahal, other side Rashid Khan. So when Chahal came on to bowl, he was using his brains, he was mixing his line and length and bowling trickfully. Now what the Sunrisers Hyderabad did, they tried to slog him with one wicket down. Manish Pandey tried to slog his way out, got out, and then when only one over was remaining of Chahal and Sunrisers Hyderabad needed just 41 runs, instead the set batsman Bairstow decided to slog him on the first ball of that fourth over of Chahal got bowled. Chahal used his brains again, put a googly right up front to the next batsman, incoming batsman Vijay Shankar, and got him out. And that's where they lost the plot. There was a middle order collapse, and then Saini and Dubey took over, and RCB won the game. But on the other hand, when Sunrisers were bowling and Rashid was the main threat, he didn't give away too many runs but didn't get any single wicket because RCB decided to play him very tactfully. They didn't hit boundaries, got singles and twos, and just managed to negate his threat. Didn't give him too many wickets and attacked the other bowlers of Sunrisers Hyderabad. RCB managed to defend this tricky score, but how did they get there? On these kind of wickets, batting becomes difficult as the game goes on. So you have to use the power plays to create effect. And RCB had one batsman who did just that, Devdutt Padikkal, the batsman who has been talked about in the last 1 year. He sat out the whole tournament for RCB last season, but this domestic star got a chance to open, and boy, he did his best, hitting all round the park. That was his quality. And at times his poise, his posture, his backlift looked like Yuvraj Singh. Because he could take on the bowlers in the first 6-7 overs, RCB got a head start. This guy scored a half century, debut half century. Shrivas Goswami for RCB had done that in the first season, and now he did that. And then came the Mr. 360 degree, AB de Villiers. A lot of people are saying that the players are out of the game due to the pandemic, but ABD has been out of the game ever since the last IPL. Yes, he played a 3-team tournament in South Africa, but he didn't show any kind of rustiness. He settled down, took quick singles when he came down the wicket, and then this Mr. Slog over used the last 3-4 overs to great effect, hit all round the park. It didn't seem that he has lost the touch. He powered his way over cover and point, and then on the leg side straight down the ground, and that's how he managed to take a score which was looking like 140, 150 to 160. There's not much you can do when ABD goes full throttle. And to be very honest, Sunrisers Hyderabad didn't put too many steps wrong. They just didn't get the rub of the green going their way, because in the fifth over of the game, Mitchell Marsh, the all-rounder, gets injured, and he was bowling his first over, so they didn't get him as a bowler. And then in the middle overs during that tough chase, they didn't get him as a batsman. He came later on with the ankle injury, couldn't bat, got out, just about struggled when he came on, but they missed him as a batsman and a bowler. So team strategy was totally disbanded once he got injured. On the other hand, Warner, the man who has scored 8 50 plus scores in last 9 games against RCB, got run out unluckily due to a deflection from Umesh Yadav's hand. That was also a turning point. And that's probably the only thing that went right for Umesh Yadav on that night, because he got hit for so many runs. He couldn't control his line and length, neither did he control his swing up front in the power play overs. Usually he is expected to get hit for a little bit of runs, but he is expected to take those crucial wickets up front. He did neither of those. And on these pitches in UAE, where the power score is 140, 150 or 160 odd, you can't get hit for so many runs. It's not India where you are defending 180, 190 or 200 odd scores. And that makes me think that contrary to SRH, RCB got lucky. Like the Bairstow case. Bairstow got 60 eventually, but he was dropped not once, not twice, but thrice. You drop a batsman like Bairstow and he still doesn't go on to finish that innings, then you must consider yourself lucky. Also, some of the selections by RCB were baffling according to me, because they picked a player like Washington Sundar, an off spinner, in against a team which is packed with right hand batsmen. So for right hand batsmen, it's easier to hit an off spinner because the ball comes in rather than going away. And it happened like that only because Virat Kohli couldn't utilize him. He could give him only one over. So did you pick him to bowl to only Warner, the left hand batsman? Why not pick someone like Shahbaz Ahmed, who will give you that left arm orthodox spin against a team full of right hand batsmen? Also, just like Washington Sundar, he is a very good bat. He proved that for Bengal in the Ranji Trophy this season. Also, I feel that somewhere down the line, Finch has to sit out because he struggled today, and on these kind of pitches, he will struggle up front in the opening. So why not play Virat Kohli, who has his best IPL as an opener in 2016 when he scored 400s and 970 odd runs. Also, yesterday he got out trying to hit big sixes. On these grounds where the boundaries are long, he will not be able to hit his way out because he is someone for whom hitting sixes is not the forte. If he comes in the power play overs, he can utilize that, he can get the boundaries, he can get those sixes by lofting the ball over the infield, and that's how he will pace the innings and he will score big. So if you use your premier batsman of the top, that solves your case. Also, you can take out Finch and you can play a foreign all-rounder in Moeen Ali or Morris, who is also a good death bowler, in the middle order. That solves your problem. I think that's a strategy which was missed by RCB. What do you all think? Put in the comment section on Facebook and on YouTube, and subscribe to Sports Addiction on YouTube. For now, goodbye.